Hello and welcome. Today is day 3 that I will be reading 1 Corinthians 13. My name is Pam Musser. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be notified when I air. You know, I've been thinking about our conversation yesterday, or the topic yesterday of rejection and love and rejection. How do I navigate this world today? We have the political climate, we have COVID. Oh my goodness, we have no idea all the loss that is happening through COVID, just the dramatic changes in our life. We have just the complete state of our nation. We have Black Lives Matter. We have people shouting, all lives matter. We have global warming. How do I, Pam, navigate in a more excellent way, as Paul calls it? Most of the time, I am in desperation. And my mind is full. It's a constant battle daily that I'm up against when I think about what's going on. And I have conversations with God about it, like, hey man, what is happening? How do I do this love thing? Many times when I really start talking to God, and I've become so accustomed to this still, small, fleeting voice within me that I know I can trust, I usually hear, stop. Shh. And then I'm reminded, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will bring you rest. And as we've been reading 1 Corinthians 13, I'm reminded in verse 12, we don't see things clearly. We're squinting in a fog, peering through a mist. I am peering through a mist. I'm clueless about really the big overall picture. Don't get me wrong. I have my opinions. I do speak up. I am not a doormat in any way, shape, or form, but it really causes me to pause and step back and not force myself on others. When I pause, when I step back, when I'm at peace, I get a clear thought about how to say things possibly, so it works for me. And I've got a heck of a long way to go, but silence works, quiet works. So I encourage you to do that. Other than that, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm this awesome God girl and I've got all this insight and I don't. I'm just making my way just like you are. Okay, so today, 1 Corinthians 13, once again, we're going to do it out of the Message, the way of love, or as Paul puts it, a more excellent way. If I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy, but don't love, I'm nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate. And I don't want to be a rusty gate. I don't want to creak. I don't want to be a rusting gate. If I speak God's word with power, revealing all his mysteries and making everything plain as day, and if I have faith that says to a mountain, jump, and it jumps, but I don't love, I am nothing. If I give everything I own to the poor and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've gotten nowhere. So no matter what I say, what I believe, and what I do, I'm bankrupt without love. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, which is what I have when I think I know it all. Doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep score of the sins of others. Everybody's keeping score of the sins of others. How do I navigate today without doing that? Right? How do I not go in the past with this world and thinking and processing all that stuff? Well, I think God's saying, shh, stop. Love doesn't revel when others grovel. Love takes pleasure in the flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts God always, always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Love never dies. Inspired speech will be over someday. Praying in tongues will end. Understanding will reach its limit. We know only a portion of the truth, and what we say about God is always incomplete. But when the complete arrives, our incompletes will be canceled. When I was an infant at my mother's breast, I gurgled and cooed like any infant. When I grew up, I left those infant ways for good. We don't yet see things clearly. We're squinting in a fog, peering through a mist, but it won't be long before the weather clears and the sun shines bright. We'll see it all then, see it all as clearly as God sees us, knowing Him directly, just as He knows us. But for right now, until that completeness, we have 3 things to do to lead us toward that consummation. Trust steadily in God, hope unswervingly, love extravagantly. And the best of the 3 is love. I appreciate you joining in today. And if once again you could share this, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and figuring out what God's going to say. Take care. God bless and peace. Have fun.